Hello and welcome back to Mexico News Network's Breaking News. Remember where we are? We are at the beautiful Riviera Maya shooting and broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma, an adults-only hotel in the heart of the Mexican Caribbean. Now stay informed 24/7 by logging on to our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and also don't forget to follow us on social networks. You'll find us as Mexico News Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Now let's continue with more information. The Hubble Space Telescope is flying about 340 miles over the Earth and circling it every 97 minutes. The telescope itself is not really much to look at, in fact. It's about the size of a school bus and weighs about as much as 2 elephants. However, it is pure gold for astronomers. It's made such a big impact that NASA calls the Hubble the most significant advance in astronomy ever since Galileo's telescope. Not bad for a 25-year-old floating school bus, don't you think? Hubble was launched on April 24, 1990, aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The next day, it was released into space, but scientists soon realized that they had a big problem. The telescope's primary mirror had a flaw. Its outer edge was ground too flat by a depth of 2.2 microns, which is about 1/50th of the thickness of a human hair. The images that were expected to dazzle the world were rather fuzzy. The Hubble became a joke, but in December of 1993, Shuttle Endeavour astronauts repaired the telescope. The jokes stopped right there, and NASA said our view of the universe and our place within it has never been the same. So, why is Hubble so special? Because it is on what NASA calls the ultimate mountaintop, sitting high above the distortion of the Earth's atmosphere, far away from our light-polluted cities and hovering far away from clouds and storms. Hubble has an unobstructed view of the entire universe. Scientists have used that vantage point to make groundbreaking observations about planets, stars, galaxies, and to reveal parts of our universe we did not know even existed. The telescope has made more than 1 million observations, and astronomers have used Hubble data in more than 12,700 scientific papers, making it one of the most productive scientific instruments ever built, according to the NASA. Now, almost all automobile crashes are caused by human error. But what if there were a way to predict driving mistakes right before they happen? That is the promise of new technology under development by researchers at Cornell and Stanford universities. While many cars already have sensors and cameras that watch line markings and surrounding vehicles, this new system also uses cameras inside the car to monitor the driver. Subtle movements of the head and body can indicate that a driver is about to turn or change lanes in the next few seconds. With that information, combined with data from sensors outside the car, computers can in fact predict that a driver is going to make a dangerous move. The driver could then be warned that he is about to cause a crash. The system could also use GPS data to warn a driver that, say, the turn he's about to make is illegal at that time of the day. To develop the system, Cornell's Asustin Saxena and his colleagues recorded video of 10 drivers and combined it with video looking forward from their cars as they drove. In almost 1,200 miles of city and highway driving over 2 months was recorded and analyzed. The computers learned to correlate certain heads and body movements with impending driving maneuvers. When tested later with a different set of drivers, the technology correctly predicted driving maneuvers 77.4% out of the time. It's excellent. On average, a turn or lane change was anticipated more than 3.5 seconds before it happened. More refinement is still needed, though, according to researchers. Sometimes the face tracking system could be thrown off by passing shadows. Also, drivers interacting with passengers could confound the system, and some driving situations, like turning from a turn-only lane, don't always involve the same physical cues. So far, this technology is in the early stages, but researchers are in active discussions with automakers for the future. Now, in other and more stylish news, a dress worn by Vivian Leigh as she played Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind was fetched $137,000 at an auction. That's pretty healthy profit for the collector who bought the outfit decades ago for a mere $20, as it was on the verge of being tossed out. The outfit, which is a gray two-piece ensemble, was sold at an auction in Beverly Hills, California on Saturday, according to the Heritage Auctions. It was the most sought-after item among roughly 150 pieces of Gone with the Wind memorabilia on sale in the auction. They come from the huge collection amassed by James Tumblin, who used to work at Universal Studios. Tumblin said he came across the Scarlett O'Hara dress in the early 60s while doing some research at a costume company. Now, according to the Telegraph, Tumblin said that he saw the dress on the floor and a dozen told him not to bother to pick it up even because they were throwing it away. He asked if they would sell it to him. He notices there was a printed label saying Zelnick International Pictures and Scarlett Production dress written in ink. Other standout items include a straw hat worn by Leigh in a number of scenes in the movie, as well as a gray wool suit worn by Clark Gable, and his character, Red Butler, kicks down the door of Scarlett O'Hara's boudoir. Now, it's been a wild week for Star Wars fans with the release of a new trailer of The Force Awakens, leaving many viewers openly in tears on Thursday. To coincide with the release, Japan carrier All Nippon Airways, ANA, has launched a 5-year Star Wars project that includes a new Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner painted with an R2-D2 livery. Incredible! The Star Wars themed plane is due to start flying internationally routes this fall, according to the airline. The Star Wars project includes special and a website that plays the iconic theme song and features videos as well as photos of the entire airplane. The promotional tie-in comes ahead of the release of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Due to hit theaters December 18th of this year, 2016, it is likely to be one of the biggest box office hits of the year. It is the first film of the franchise to be released under Disney's ownership. The studio paid $4 billion for Lucasfilm Limited in the year 2012. ANA was a launch customer for the 787, which entered service in the year 2011. With 34 Dreamliners, it currently operates the world's largest 787 fleet. The airline has an additional 49 787s on order, says manufacturer Boeing. Late last month, Boeing announced ANA had finalized an entire order for 3 787/10 Dreamliners valued at approximately $900 million at list prices. The order makes ANA the very first airline in Asia who operates the entire family of the 787 Dreamliners. Incredible news, especially for those Star Wars fans. We'll be right back with more information on Mexico and the world after these few messages.
Audio Jungle.